Alright, guys, welcome. So Echo VR just added a, mic, as you can tell, you can hear me. Not Echo, just Oculus in general. So thank y'all for that. Today, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to throw more straight and this big one more powerful, alright? So let's start off. So my biggest tip for anyone starting in Echo is just practice. Just go into the training, take a personal disc, take the public disc, I don't care. Practice throwing it around and catching it with yourself, chasing after it a little bit, quick shots, especially like that, like solid miss there. Just practice. Okay. And now the biggest thing in shooting better and faster and straighter is find your style of shooting, okay? So some people pick the sidearm like that. I mean, I don't really have a preferred one, but as you can see, I missed that. Some people pick the hammer, which I hate. I don't hammer it really ever, unless I'm like nice and close. Some people even I've seen do the frisbee don't do that though, because I find that really hard to get powerful and straight. And then other people like to do this one, which is kind of like a flick like that, which I tend to do a little bit. It's like a weird thing. It's pretty hard actually from distance. It's like you kind of have to flick your wrist up, but then like not all the way, so it doesn't go high, but it goes straight like that. And that's a pretty hard throw to do. Like that's not an easy task really. But just make sure you go in here and you just are throwing. Find whatever works for you, okay? So if hammer works for you, do it. The only one I would say don't ever do is the frisbee throw. That is just a no-no. And there you couldn't see it, but my controller almost literally came off my hand. So next tip really for throwing straighter and stronger is make sure for this you have your controllers tighten as much as it is to where it's comfortable, because I've had it in a few scenarios where I've just been throwing in a game like just really hard throw and my controller is almost flown off my wrist, but I have it tight enough. So basically when you want to throw harder, let's just put two and two together, you move your arm faster. So one thing you should focus on first though is accuracy. Accuracy is so much more important than power is. It's insane. Like you cannot have a good shot of if it's powerful unless you're accurate. So there's no point in practicing power if you don't have good accuracy. So first thing you need to do is go practice accuracy. So for shooting straighter tips, just make sure when you throw, your arm and everything is being released straight. Make sure you're not, if you're throwing hammer, make sure you're not throwing it straight down, or make sure you're not letting go too early and throwing it straight up. And so release timing is actually a big factor. So example, if I'm sidearming and I release here, it's going to go way over there. But then if I do the same sidearm and release here, it's going to go way over there. So you really have to just practice on getting it in the right place. That I don't want to talk about it. You really have to work on getting it in the... Alright, you know what? You just have to work on getting your timing right and getting your shots down. If you're doing this little underhand flick, you got to work on where to flick your wrist. Make sure you're not flicking too high, and then definitely make sure you're not flicking it too low. You just got to get it to where it's nice and like right, nice and even flick. Alright, now next part, we'll just focus on powerful more. I see all the time people ask me in my comment section, can you make a tutorial on how to pass it or how to throw it just stronger? And to that, I really don't know how to answer. I most of the time I just answer, move your arm fast, and then like the shrugging emoji, because that's really all it takes. There's no trick really to throwing it faster than just moving your arm faster. You can't, obviously you're not, if you move your arm slowly, it's gonna go slow. But if you move your arm fast, it's gonna go fast. It might not be accurate, but the point is it's gonna go fast. And you know, you can do a ton of different throwing forms that will actually prove faster than others. Like, it's hard to get the frisbee one fast, but if I do something like this, which is like this chicken wing sidearm thing, I can get that to go really fast. If I'm like really unleashing it, that one was not fast, but you really gotta just find what's right for you. That's the most important thing out of everything else, is find your style. Find the thing that works for you. Go into training, go into a custom game, do whatever it takes. Where's my personal disc? Just do whatever it takes to get better at throwing, and just make sure you are, you know, practicing, because that's my one tip for this game. If you want to get better, you're not going to do it unless you just practice. Like, it's not going to happen. I'm sorry. I know you want to remain faithful, but unless you practice, it's not going to happen. And now, once you start getting higher, you're going to have to start doing fancier shots. So you're going to maybe have to start taking shots from, say, half field, probably farther maybe sometimes. So you got to really come out and practice these ones. As you can see, I mean, in my defense, have not played since the last clip, but that's besides the point. You got to really start practicing these long shots, because I've been in so many scenarios where I had to like make a long shot for the win, and I just have completely missed it. Another big one is bounce shots, especially ones like right at the, like kind of right in the nest area. You gotta really work on these ones that you like come up like this and like, what just happened? you gotta really, as I was saying, work on the ones where you come up like this and just bounce it in. Those ones are actually really easy, but then you can also get to the harder ones where you have to come from this angle and then like kind of put it right there, which I've actually started to get pretty good at. I remember I had a clip a while ago that was like that, and you kind of got to work on just where your placement is on the backboard, because this is a very tricky backboard. Like, if you hit it right here, it's not going to go in. If you hit it anywhere other than like these areas, then odds are it's just not going to go in the net. But luckily on these, you have a way wider area, because you really only have to hit it in that black box for it to really go anywhere. So that's basically it. That's all the tips I can really give. I'm going to try to make another tutorial soon on how I get my clips, how I upload them to TikTok, how I edit them, how I do all that stuff. And yeah, that's basically it for this. Make sure you like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Good luck in your future games, and peace.